Okay, here's a video showing you my collection of Autobots by NewAge, and I'm making this video, like a lot of my videos, to have reference of my collection so my friend can refer to it to see what I have. And also because with this set I'm actually planning to transform a lot of these figures back into vehicle mode, such as this Optimus Prime, because the Magic Square Optimus Prime looks much better, and I'm going to keep that one in robot mode and keep this one here in vehicle mode. So I want to just have a good look at these. And the same thing like with Jazz, the Magic Square version of Jazz looks much better than this. And the same with Prowl. Magic Square Prowl I think looks much better than this. And definitely the upcoming Ironhide and Ratchet by Magic Square definitely looks better than these two. So, and even their Mirage. So I'm planning to transform these back to vehicles. However, there are some figures from Magic Square that don't look very good, such as these two right here, Bumblebee and Cliffjumper. Magic Square Cliffjumper has red forearms that's not cartoon accurate, which I can understand why if you look at the toy and how it transforms, but they still could have done something. And I'm trying to figure out if I can replace these, because NewAge is known to have like this nice paint finish, and the same is done with these two right here. And Magic Square, you know, does have that kind of unpainted look to it, such as these two. And actually these two I'm not going to transform. I'm thinking I should replace Magic Square with these two, because these are definitely better than Magic Square, which I'll point out in a little bit. But I'm just going over these just so you can appreciate. I mean, these are still really cool. Now, along with this collection, I do have the what is this called? Reaction by Alpha Trion by Reaction, which looks really nice with the DX9 Orion packs, which goes really nice with these Aerial Bots by Zeta. And yeah, I'm a little disappointed I didn't buy two sets, because this would really be nice to have one in combined mode. But you know, I don't really want to spend a lot of money, you know, just to buy multiples. But at the same time, I don't have time to play with them and transform them either. But I do like them in robot mode, so that's why they're staying like that. So let's take Beachcomber and Cosmos and move over to the Magic Square collection. So let me turn on the lights here, and you can see this is a really nice set right here. And you can see what I was telling you about the Optimus Prime. This 2.0 version definitely looks better than NewAge. And their Jazz definitely looks much better than NewAge. Same with the Prowl and their Mirage, which is coming out. So I think I want to keep these in robot mode. But this set's not perfect. And I'll just start here with Blue Streak. I mean, I don't know what's the deal with that color blue, and it's not cartoon accurate with black instead of dark gray. I know I'm being nitpicky, but you look at their first release of Trailbreaker, they're doing the same thing. I mean, that color blue in that face head, that's not cartoon accurate, which is why I had to buy the X version, which the head is cartoon accurate and a nice blue window finish. So this guy needs to go. However, there are still some scale issues here, which I want to point out in a little bit. But moving on, some of their earlier figure, this Huffer, it's the same thing. I mean, you know, he used to have gray thighs and waist, which I custom painted to be more cartoon accurate. And when you transform it into vehicle mode, it doesn't really look that good because these are actually on the side right here, which doesn't make sense. So that doesn't fit in really well. And this cliff jumper I was telling you is not cartoon accurate with those red forearms. I mean, it just doesn't look that good to me. So, but my point is, you know, NewAge is not perfect, but for the most part, what they've been doing lately does look really good. And moving on over here, some of the earlier figures, Sea Spray, which I had to cover with the white sticker, and this Beachcomber. So this is what I was telling you. I think I'm going to replace the Magic Square Beachcomber with NewAge, because you can see NewAge is definitely more cartoon accurate, and definitely looks much better. So that needs to go. And the scale, I think, looks better too. It's just a little bit smaller. So now moving on to the other ones, like Cosmos. I mean, the color is off again, but there's a bigger issue. He's just too big, or actually Blaster is too small. And actually, when you bring Preceptor with Cosmos, like in that episode, geez, his head went down. It's hard to do this with one hand. He doesn't even stand very well either, because of the weight on his back. He's still too big. It's going to be hard to adjust this with one hand. But yeah, so that's what I said. NewAge, I think, definitely looks much better when you compare the two. You know, in terms of scale and color, there's no question. I mean, that scale is more accurate. So the Magic Square Cosmos needs to go. Now, since we have this here, I can point out what everyone knows. This scale is off. But Preceptor is not taller than Blaster. So this creates a problem. And the only thing I can do is to get a larger one to get the MechFansToys version, which you know, does look better, even though the MechFansToys is a little bit too big. And you want to do some comparison, so you can see next to Optimus, he is a little bit too big, but this is really the best in terms of scale that I can get with Magic Square. So some of these Magics with MechFansToys. So some of these Magic Square figures I think do need to be replaced with the MechFansToys here. So let's start with Trailbreaker. I mean, you have to really look at it very carefully, but this Trailbreaker, as nice as this X version is, reissue, which you have to pay more for, actually, I think the MechFansToys fits in better. And I forgot to attach his missile on his shoulder. See, that scale looks a little bit more accurate. And you can't really tell the color. I mean, he's not like a dark gray or black. He is a slight tone of blue, but you don't really notice it in person. And now, this is important, you compare him next to Optimus. I think even though it might be a little bit too big, I think that's okay. So that's what I was talking about. Some MechFansToys are going to have to replace some of the Magic Square. So some more of those figures I'm talking about. Like all these figures, they don't stand very well. Are over here. Inferno, Grapple, Hoist. Red Alert I think is fine. It's just, how does he fit in next to the Magic Square Inferno? I think Inferno should be a little bit bigger, but also not cartoon accurate is those black windows, which really bugs me. So that's why I like the MechFansToys. So that scale definitely looks better to me, and it has the blue windows, although this black outline is not cartoon accurate. But when I have to pick between the two, I think this looks okay. And then the same thing with Hoist and Grapple. I won't get all into it. I'll just well, yeah, let me just show you. At first I had to replace the Grapple with the MechFansToys. So it does scale a little bit better in my opinion. And but I did get the MechFansToys just because you know, a lot of these are being replaced with MechFansToys. And this looks okay scale wise. And I think he should be bigger than Red Alert too, so I think this looks good. And just for the heck of it, I also did get the MechFansToys Preceptor. Well, let me first point out, this is the first release, and then they re-released the X version with the painted. But all I did is just took some silver Sharpie and painted that, and this looks okay. Like I was telling you, here is the MechFansToys. Not much difference, but I did have to paint the inner elbow light blue. So, I mean, it is just a tiny bit bigger. So I can actually keep either one of these here, but since I have the MechFansToys, I think that looks okay. And now just filling in the rest of the cast the way I'm saying. I think I'm gonna keep my Magic Square collection. Yes, the Cosmos by NewAge definitely looks better with this set. The Beachcomber by NewAge definitely goes better with this set. I don't know about the Bumblebee, so I'm still using Magic Square. Like I was telling you, some of their other ones, like this Jazz, is definitely really good. Hound's definitely really good. Their Prowl's really good. You know, even though I have to spend more money, I do hope they reissue a more cartoon accurate Blue Streak. And then for now, I think I am just gonna have to keep this Huffer and Cliff Jumper, which is not cartoon accurate. But to go with this set. So yeah, this is a mix of Magic Square and MechFansToys and NewAge. So I think this set looks really nice for the mini masterpiece collection, which is a mix of Magic Square, NewAge, MechFansToys. Yeah, so I'll just kind of set it up a little bit here. So we got Hoist and Grapple, Red Alert, and Inferno, and then the Optimus with Blaster, Preceptor, Cosmos, Beachcomber, Magic Squares, Bumblebee, Sea Spray, this Sideswipe. I didn't really point it out, but you know, when you do transform this, it doesn't look very good because he's the vehicle mode in the back's too long, which they easily could have fixed. They could have just shortened the length of this, which also would have looked better in robot mode because it's a little bit too high. So this is actually not perfect, but it looks really good in robot mode. Not gonna put that on, but Prowl looks really awesome. Their Jazz looks really awesome. Their Hound looks really awesome, which is gonna look really good with Mirage next to the MechFansToys Trailbreaker, who's missing his shoulder cannon. But this Cliff Jumper messes it up with the red forearms. And I gotta keep this Huffer for now, which I custom painted. And Blue Streak. Oh, and then waiting for the Ironhide and Ratchet, which that's gonna pose another problem because the Ironhide, as nice as it looks, I know it's gonna be maybe a little short, although Trailbreaker should be taller than Ironhide in my opinion, so it still might fit in. But anyways, this is my collection of NewAge, Magic Square, and MechFansToys.